As to be expected, the more I've talked about what I value most, which is my Catholic faith, the more polarizing I have become. It's a decision I've consciously made and one I do not regret at all.
Kansas City Chiefs kicker Harrison Butker is responding to a now viral speech at the graduation ceremony for Benedictine College. The speech sparked outrage from the public after he suggested that women find fulfillment by getting married and having kids, while criticizing working women as well as abortion rights. He also took aim at the LGBTQ+ community and called Pride Month a deadly sin. The NFL responded that Butker's views were different from those of the organization.
Ay, ay, ay.
Okay, initial reactions. I saw it. We saw it. Initial reaction, I was like, how dare, like, what? What do you mean?
Yeah.
What's crazy to me is that
At a college graduation.
Yes.
It's just shocking.
It's at a graduation where there's women that are graduating with their degrees to go on and have a fulfilled career. For him to kind of like dismiss that and be like, well, what you should really be excited about is motherhood. Mm-hmm. What you should really be excited about is being a housekeeper.
And speaking of motherhood, isn't his mom like a scientist, like a doctor?
She's very educated.
So after the initial reaction, I sat and I thought, and I looked at the reaction to other people. Apparently a lot of people in the audience were clapping, smiling, blah, blah, blah. But this was also a Catholic school. We have to remember that. So after I thought about it for a little bit, it's kind of like me going into a church and being mad at them for being homophobic, which sure I can be. But like, it was, we have to bring Catholicism into that. So if or those are the values that they want, I don't agree with it, but at the same time, I'm not about to enter their space and be like, don't do this.
I mean, I think I understand that, and I do think that context is important to understand. I mean, it's not that shocking when you put it in the context of, oh, this was at a private Catholic institution. With that being said, my family's Catholic. They don't go around saying that. Like, that's
what was kind of my point, too. Like, I feel like that is what is accepted in Harrison's circle and maybe with his close family, with his close people.
Yeah.
But not for like the majority of folks that are actually graduating from that school. And let's also keep in mind that he's a kicker in the NFL. He's getting paid millions of dollars to play football.
Like, the privilege is crazy.
It is. It is. But also, as we're saying this, it's not to say that being a homemaker, being a mother, being a wife, all of these things are lesser than or something that people can't look toward, because absolutely.
Yeah, but don't say that that's a woman's real duty.
And their only fulfillment.
Yeah.
I feel like that's where it's a little tone deaf, and where it's like, I don't know if he has daughters himself, but I'm wondering if he would want to have his daughters be told that.
Well, and I think, and yes, totally hear that, but also, that's not even the point. Yeah. I don't care what you would say to your daughters. I mean, it's just not something that you would say at a commencement speech. It makes no sense. It's like, if you want to talk about this at like your family dinner, that's fine. But at a graduation after, like DeMarco said, women who were there just finished however many years of getting educated, and they're excited to go on to the next chapter of their lives.
Agreed. I mean, if they're into it, they're into it. I just don't need him coming up to the gay bars telling the dancers to put your shirt on. As long as he's not at the gay bars bothering me, telling me to stop, I'm fine.
Stick to ball and stick to football.